people need to be more confident in their play. You can feel that there's room for improvement, but you need to just develop confidence.
Hey, take joy in what you did right.
Yeah, it's okay if what you did wasn't the best possible situation. You're not always going to make the best decision in the heat of the moment,
But what
but
happened?
it's really important to just be able to recover when you do make a mistake or something unexpected happens, like you have an execution error or you miss a punish or just whatever it could possibly be. Just have some confidence. Have recognize the fact that you're still playing a match. Don't get discouraged when something goes wrong.
Particularly in this game, because the damage is nuts, and there's always that chance of turning it back. I mean, if you watch TSB this weekend, then I'm just gonna point out Colbeville and Grover's match, where Colbeville had Brenton had a 70% life lead. He got air thrown, and Grover went into Rise and Embu, and
I did not know
Brenton
that was the
lost.
thing.
Yeah, and Brenton lost that first round. Like, you know what happened the next two? Brenton played perfectly. Like, Brenton just stomped the yard. And, you know, I think a lot of us, like, we would be like, oh my god, I was so far ahead, and then fucking Raijin Embu happened. Fuck this game. This is bullshit. And we would probably, you know, if you don't have the competitive mindset and the composure to just take a deep breath and keep going, then yeah, I think a lot of us, I mean, like, would get frustrated, would throw the game, but there were still 2 rounds left, and Brenton won both. So, yeah, what Omnix is saying happens all the time.
Happens too much. He needs to stop.
Trying to,
Need more
we
people
need
being confident.
positivity. We need positivity and confidence, yes.
Like, we're not going to tell you to just ignore your mistakes in a match, especially a high profile one. Like, say you're in a tournament or something, you have to be able to recognize the mistakes you make and then keep going. Acknowledge them, recognize how much of an issue it might be, or even if it's just something very, very simple that you're like, oh, that could have been really bad for me. Just don't stress out over it. Just acknowledge the fact that it's an issue and say, okay, I need to address this within the next few seconds because I'm still playing. Like,
Hell, take time on character select if you're going into a new game in a 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 situation. Actually, if we're talking about composure, we should talk about Galileo versus Dogra from last year,
man,
because that is the uber example.
man.
If you haven't seen the 2014 Blaze Blue Finals from EVO, it doesn't matter if you play the game or not. The shots of their faces and the emotions, the emotional fluctuation and the willpower that's displayed throughout the course of those games goes right into what we're talking about at a really high level, but it shows you just how important it
At the
is.
highest of levels, it's still really, really important.
Yeah. It's something Bananakin, I've mentioned to Bananakin Jose, is, you know, I watched him play a really long shot with Tactile, and we were in Skype chat, and I just mentioned that his composure when he's so far down on health, and, you know, he has like a 90% life lead, is staggering to me, because that's usually where I fold. Like, that's where I do the stupid DP that everyone sees coming, and I die. And what Jose said is, but that's when she's strongest, meaning Shabras. And it's like, you know, that's something that tournament players obviously have to develop, is that kind of composure and inner strength. And no one's going to develop it overnight, but yeah, have confidence, take pride in what you do right, and work on fixing things one piece at a time. It'll come together.